I want to thank Mr. Bevis Sylvester, sorry, the Regional General Manager and the Master of Ceremonies for today's proceedings for his very kind and generous words. May I be permitted, of course, in making my relatively brief remarks, to recognize, firstly, our former Premier of Montserrat, the Honourable Reuben Mead, the Managing Director here at the head table, Mr. Vernon Lake, and also Mr. Raphael Payne and Ms. Hobson, the two island managers for St. Kitts and Nevis, respectively. I recognize, of course, the parliamentary representative, Dr. Harris, and all of our specially invited guests, the resident representative of the OAS. Let us also recognize him. All of your employees, Mr. Sylvester, and all members of the media who are here this morning. I want to emphasize that Delta Petroleum today is expanding its presence here in St. Kitts and Nevis from one that is limited to the retail sector to one that is far more extensive. And so on behalf of the government, I welcome them as they embark upon this new chapter of operations on our island of St. Kitts. At the moment, any Delta Petroleum product that we use on St. Kitts is provided from and is stored elsewhere, somewhere other than St. Kitts. Our relationship with Delta up until now, therefore, has been primarily retail. Today, we participate in a groundbreaking that will change that, because in the future, we will see some 30,000 barrels of oil being stored at this location in the bulk storage facility which will be built here and which we anticipate will be completed by the first half of 2015. And so the construction of this facility and related offices will require the involvement and the expertise of our local welders, our building trades personnel, and so on. Of course, inclusive of the ladies who will come on the construction site on a daily basis and providing meals, hot meals, and otherwise to the men who will be working here. And upon completion, the Delta office that will be built here will represent a source of employment for our people as well. But maybe I'm speaking too quickly, because a moment ago we heard Mr. Lake indicating that instead he's eyeing the building on my right, in which the offices of this facility will be located. I am still to receive that request on behalf of the government. But let me say that in times of natural disasters or in the face of impediments that interrupt the normal shipment of oil to our shores, we in St. Kitts will now have the security of knowing that there is a bulk storage facility, another one right here on the island, ensuring a reliable supply of oil, even in those circumstances where normally shipping schedules would have been interrupted. Delta Petroleum executives have stated that St. Kitts is the only island in the region on which they would consider establishing a bulk storage facility at this moment, simply because ours is the only island with the level of economic activity that would make such an investment in the current global environment a wise one. And this is good for us. It is good that there is tremendous confidence that is being displayed by Delta Petroleum in the government, in the people, and in our country. And that, I believe, deserves a tremendous round of applause. My government has been very steadfast in our determination to establish this very solid reputation within the global business and financial community. And we are pleased that Delta Petroleum has taken note. It was on this basis that we agreed to enter into negotiations with Delta, and we are pleased that today we have the very positive culmination of these very important efforts. I want to thank Bevis Sylvester, I want to thank Mr. Vernon Lake, and I want to thank Mr. Spiros Milonas for their full confidence in what we are doing here in St. Kitts and Nevis, to the point where they are prepared to invest their money of their company. Ladies and gentlemen, Delta Petroleum now has a presence in Anguilla, in St. Martin, in Montserrat, in the BVI, and in Nevis. These operations, they are managed from their headquarters in the BVI. But in light of the economic activity that is both on the way in St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as the economic activity which objective analysts have projected for our island, Delta Petroleum has decided, I'm told, to move its headquarters from the BVI to this site here on St. Kitts. I hope I have been told right. I emphasize further that the energy sector is one of the new emerging productive sectors that my government has targeted for future sustainable development. And with the competition in the fossil-based petroleum products, we intend to continue to ensure that these products and the electricity generated therefrom is not only reliable in supply, but also affordable for the benefit of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. My government, therefore, it looks forward to working with Delta Petroleum in the months and in the years ahead in order to advance the interest of our nation. And I do extend, on behalf of the government, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, I extend to Delta Petroleum, in its new and expanded presence here, a very warm and special welcome, and may you continue to serve your interest and our interest here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you.